a collective reading, a collective energy reading. So please only take what resonates. Before anyone comes in here, we'll clear out the energy so it's got clear energy. And you know, we're burning sage. In fact, let's move it because we've got bad mind energies. Let's just move that. Whoa. Right, this is just a collective energy reading. So please only take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. You could be connecting to yourself. Somebody's connecting to their self using their intuitions. They're looking at their attitude now and how they're feeling and connecting to their emotions, and that's their approach towards life for them to be able to grow. And that's when you have to look at what you're holding on to, what you're clinging on to, and what are you trying to secure. You could be a mother, a father figure. You could connect into those emotions, and that's like when you're a nurturing parent, you have to go back to those roots, and that's when you look at that emerald of tablets, and it was from the beginning of time. It's like that covenant, the Most High's covenant for yourself, for your needs, for you to be able to grow, for your part of evolution. That's you going towards those new beginnings, being comfortable, being determined to make that positive change. Somebody could be having conflict, stress, because now they're having that great realization about these hall of records. That's when that crown chakra is activated through that heart chakra. Take it all as it resonates. And from the rising of that sun, your mind, that ego, that clarity, that higher force, to the going down of the same name of you, the Most High, the Lord, it's to be praised even when you're having them good days and bad days, when you have to look at yourself, your attitude, that approach, connect. Are you using your intuitions? Look at those hidden skills, you gain introspection, get self-awareness, acknowledge yourself, what you need, what you'd like, what you don't, going towards those new beginnings. What opportunities have you got? What community you're in, what friends, family are you expanding when you're working? Was people in their ego? Was it being wise? Because they had a social awareness of you. Take it all as it resonates. The way how you communicate, such as now, social media. You've got intellectual knowledge. You're able to go to school, go to college. You're traveling, you're moving, but traveling with your mind. So people are thinking, how are you creative? And are you this real, true high priestess? And they're connecting now. They're getting that higher clarity. 8, they can see that you're transforming, you're moving towards your success. Take it all as it resonates. People now want to give you appreciation. This could be a fire sign looking at you, wanting to give you this appreciation. That's a partner, 7, family, friend. Take it all as it resonates. They could be 4 of swords due and made you feel stressed, and now they want to give you this appreciation. They could be feeling stressed now because they've got a social awareness of you. They want to be open, blood clot. They can see now that could be a partner. Definitely so. Seeing your glow up, showing up, glowing up. Now they're stressed and vexed because they got gaslighted. They could have picked and picked till you pick shit. You know, when you pick that golden calf and you realise that the golden calf that you picked up and dash you away. And they was listening to what other people were saying, gaslighting you. Take it all as it resonates. Meanwhile, you just kept on moving forward, smile, 2 holes in a bucket. You said, fuck it. You had to have that compassion for yourself. Higher clarity, balance of the mind, listen to your intuitions, get that downloads about the actions that people took. Walk out the door. Don't turn around now, because you're not welcome anymore. Because now they're telling that to the Karmic, because they got love bombed. So now they're swiping right, because the pum-pum want tight. Take it all as it resonates, because now they're looking back towards you and can see that you're their lover. They're looking at their heart now. This is this masculine, connecting to their foundations. They may see you as a part of that firm foundations. You've got that key. You've got the secret. You've got the key to another way, yeah, because you've got the key. You've got that love key. Now they're looking at you and saying, oh my gosh, you've got the key. They're seeing your glow up. They wasn't listening to the spirit guides and the ancestors. They didn't go back. They was detached from feelings because they wasn't using their intelligence. They didn't connect to their emotions, their thoughts. They was following back of people. You get me? Right at the back there, getting led like one sheep. Now they need time for a nap because they can see you're a part of that victory and you're moving forward. They want to be able to give you accomplishments. People are giving you accomplishments. All of a sudden, They're reflecting. But you, don't worry, because you dodged. Because they was doing things in the unknown, and the Most High God took you out of those steamy dark waters because they wasn't balanced. They was creating and who they was creating with, and you're gaining clarity because you had to cleanse, you had to use your intuitions, because they was around fake family members, friends, fake Gemini, fake chatting shit. They thought they was wise. They didn't have clarity, a higher mind, introspection when they was taking that action. They had that great willpower while they was doing it as well. They didn't realise. They was stubborn. You had to hold yourself. They was irresponsible. They didn't have like manners and self-respect, dignity. You had to hold yours strong, firm, tell them don't two holes in the bucket. Fuck it's come if you're bad. You get me? You just had to chongly karate chop their ass. Now they're vexed because they feel you fucked them up. Spiritually fucked them up, you know. You spiritually put boundaries in place towards these people. Now they're all up in their emotions, feeling like they're running through the oceans. I'm just going to grab one. I've got a big bag here, so I'm just going to grab and see what it says. Oh, Lord of mercy. Anger and amazement. So they're angry now. Them vexing all up in them head because he didn't walk me down no stairs. He didn't want me about. Them boys who wouldn't care didn't tell me what a red man sounds like. Or a real man sounds like. Okay, so they picked to the pick shit. So they didn't walk them down the stairs. People was chatting shit. So they thought, oh yeah, let me just take in this indulgement. You know, when you're talking and you're walking and you're really thinking, hey, because people are entertaining you. So I fell for the ones that lie. Just right. He never pulled my chair or even checked my friends. Never showed me what to lose or what to defend. So I chase love with an open wound. So they was chasing love with open wounds. You know, when you're looking for love in all the wrong places. Been around, seen her pretty faces. And now they know that you're the one for me. Now they're seeing it all clearly. Because they was picking shit, basically. With an open wound. So they was hurt and they was looking for somebody to be able to heal their open wounds each and every time. Looking for something I was never introduced to. Mama did her best. But she can't teach what it feels like when a father speaks. So I took every love, I love you deep, too deep. So now they're looking now. They're looking and they can see now I love you deep. I didn't realise the way how you got treated. I didn't have that clarity of the mind. I didn't have that compassion. Too busy having these extra relationships. And how my alarm goes off that because, hold on guys, I've lit this. The way I'm spawning down the hall in my kitchen, that sage must have needed it. Let me just dash it out. I don't want my alarm to go off. Tutu's got to ding, ding, ding. Because everyone's going to get a warning sign right about now. Everybody's cleansing their energy and everybody's cleansing their mind. Because everyone's connecting to their emotions and that's when you have to get sentimental. Cancer energy, use your intuitions. That's for getting back to your heart. That's you having that Holy Trinity within inside of you. And you didn't have compassion because you weren't nurtured. And that's a part of the illusions. So these divine feminines, masculines, the masculines in that masculine energy, the feminines could be in their masculine energy, just trying to gain structure. That's when you're looking at those foundations. You have to look who was nurturing, who's caring. Why was you giving that love? Because was you have that heart open? Did you have that higher clarity? Did you have that awareness? And that's all because of the way how you grew up. So they were searching for love in the wrong places and they were sacrificing their self, putting themselves on that karmic cycle. That's when you got to encompass those emotions and you're flighty, detached, having extra energies with Tom, Dick, Ari, Saleh, Barry. You're not listening to that spirit within. Now they're gaining that higher clarity in regards to the actions that they was taking. They didn't have that spiritually woke. They wasn't spiritually woke. They didn't connect to their emotions. All because they was flight and detached. Take this all as it resonates. Their mindset towards money, what they was valuing. And when you're quickly running to be able to possess things and you're not stable and you don't know who you're communicating with and you're talking to because you're not using your hidden skills, you're not using them wisely. When you go into those new beginnings, you're not going with that balance. Now they're having that sudden awakening because that's when you're looking at your dreams and what you was idolizing and you was escapist and you're trying to run straight to the end, but you got to go through those emotions. Now they're looking back, they can see you have these psychic abilities. Now they're connecting to theirs, looking at their mysteries, to their story, that karmic cycle. When you go and you have to look now, because then you get in hangman and you were sacrificing. Now you can see they were sacrificing their self. They could have sacrificed the love they had for you. They didn't have compassion because they was too busy in their sexual energies like lust, greed, pride. They didn't have confidence, compassion. Take this all as it resonates. They was all moving sideways, look, with love. So they didn't have compassion for love. Now they're having a transformation. They're having that ending. They're looking back towards their self. They can see who you are. You've got these skills. You are that magician. They didn't have balance. Now they're having this ending because they're connecting to their emotions. This is this masculine 4. They're in that temperaments energy now. Sorry, a death. They're having that death. They're having a death. So in the mind, they're in the thoughts, the thinking. They're thinking about the actions, about that love, that emotions, that balance, that duality. They're getting that higher clarity about the actions they took. They're gaining introspection. Higher clarity about the actions they took. They're gaining introspection. All in regards to you, the actions, that karmic cycle. 5, all because those in the ego. Now they're gaining that clarity. They're looking back. They're in hermit. And they're gaining why, where, what, when, who. Now they're seeing your hidden skills. They was being a fool, their mindset, what they was valuing. They see you're a high priestess. You could see that a high priestess was having these hidden skills trying to block you from moving forward towards your new beginning. They was having the extra energies in a childlike spirit, aggressive, trying to cause conflict, you know, in your bad mind and your red eye. And you're trying to control other people's assets, things, possess your partner. Possess your partner. You see, when you're speaking, this is a tarot card reading, especially the ones who can fucking read, and you don't even have to have a card, you know. Half of the time you can read a number. So you don't tap the screen, because these partners now are looking now at their attitude. They're in the mind, they're having stress, they're having conflict with their partners that they're with, or their friends, or their family, because of the decisions that they made, and they didn't have higher clarity. They didn't spiritually connect. Mentally, emotionally, physically. They was just running. They didn't see that infinite potential within inside of you. Now they're seeing that potential. It was hidden. It was divinely guided. For them to have to go through that cycle. For you to have to feel that heartache and pain. For you to have to move towards your new beginnings. For you to have to gain introspection. To get not stress. Have that balance. Take that rightful action. You had to move to that side. Yeah, you may have gone through heartache, hurt and pain. But then you had to get that higher clarity to keep on moving forward. That was a part of the evolution. Now they're feeling unstable. They're confused. You had to go and look at your life force. You had to get consciously awake. Now they're in that middle, like, you know, you're consciously or subconsciously questioning yourself. Now they're looking back towards you. And they're going back because they're getting higher clarity. That's heart chakra connected. Crown chakra connected. Take it all as it resonates. Give me some space to breathe. So now they're needing this space to breathe because they may be wanting to go towards their new beginnings. They could be telling that karmic, that feminine energy, give me some space to breathe. You could have ended that cycle because you seen it was emotional turmoil. You didn't feel balanced. You had to cleanse yourself, get higher clarity, listen to the spirit of inside of you, have compassion. I'm chosen. So they want to benefit. Okay, so that karmic, they seen that you was chosen. So they was trying to benefit the masculine, feminine, the feminine energy 3s, feminine family members, friends. They seen that you was chosen, you was wise, you had clarity, you had, it was ordained for. It was written on the tablets for you to be able to grow. Higher clarity, higher awareness, 9. All them numbers, Sagittarius, 9, higher awareness. They didn't realize you was brave. Yes, you had to use your intuitions because you was passionate. Yeah, you was direct, speaking, going towards those new beginnings. Yes, you had these hidden skills. Yes, you seen the way our people was in their ego. Yes, you seen how they was conflicting with energy and tried to conflict energy towards you with great passion. They thought they was using their intelligence, but they didn't realize when they was doing it for a reason. What reason was you doing it for? Was you being wise because you was aggressive, trying to possess a partner? Because why? Also, people can see you, and they was impulsive. You was moving forward. You had to balance out the thing. You had to understand to be able to overstand, continues moving with that confidence. Be somebody, Kevin Gates, because they didn't know how to be somebody. Can you spend somebody to the time if you don't mind? So they wanted to spend time with people, stay by my side and stick it out for the long ride. So they wanted to be somebody. They was blocking you from spending that time and moving because they was being selfish, clinging on. They didn't have that wisdom. They were spiritually blocked, spiritually blind. They was trying to like take leadership and like, because you're institutionalized, you know, when you're in church and stuff like that as well. So they was blocking you because of your values and what you value and the way how you value because of your mindset. And maybe you were spiritual. They wasn't. They had different values from you. They was like institutionalized within their mind, set routine, set balance because of what they valued, you'd value. Take that all as it resonates, guys. If it don't work for you, it works for somebody else. Because that's a karmic cycle ended. You're going towards these new beginnings. You're making that opportunity to make that fresh start. That's you being brave, you're confident, you're outgoing, self-assured. Certain people was fiery towards you because that switch of wands. That witchy bitch is having an ending to that karmic cycle. These divine feminines and masculines are finding out about this witchy bitch. It was a chatty shit bitch who was being unrealistic, escapist. They was passive, that was competing against you. They can see now. They was being creative. They didn't realize how creative you was. You were strong. You had that fire. You moved and you holded that love and you had that willpower. You connected. You listened to the spiritual guides. That witch bitch was doing spell work on you. Take it all as it resonates with great power. You wasn't able to cleanse yourself, reveal and heal. Ended that karmic cycle. That witch bitch is vexed. They tried to be able to done you as well. They didn't realize. They made you feel like you was in Angman, like you was lost, so you was confused in your mind. Out of order. Now you're seeing this witch bitch was trying to redeem and possess your partner. Four of Cups. Now they're looking now, connecting this masculine. Told you 1-4. They're looking now, the writings on the wall. They're seeing you. All the people that put that progress in. All the people that blocked you. They could be sitting down. They socializing, partying. They'd be drinking drinks now because of stress. When you get that realization about their energy and their attitude. Or because it was in their ego. Or trying to be able to possess. So they was really speaking and standing with some great willpower to be able to possess your partner. Trying to put you in your emotions, clinging on because they was really selfish, like jealous, bad mind, envious of you. Or because of those habits, insecurity for security. They thought they was going to get like a new opportunity to be able to possess a property or secure something, this family, this masculine. Because this is for financial and material gains. They was making changes. And meanwhile, you're moving towards your big financial material changes because you are that Witch of Pentacles. And you're creating and you're manifesting and you're growing. They was trying to create and manifest your partner. Take this all as it resonates. You're stable, you're grounded, you're harmonizing, you're fruitful, you're abundant. They can see, they was watching your Pentacles. Look how hard they was trying to block you to watch Pentacles, all for material finances, all for your partner. Now they're vexed, they're in that Four of Cups because now look, they're in their emotions. This is this feminine energy. This is a friend, family member, your masculines, Jezebel, spirit, witch, bitch. Yeah, anybody that was close to you, doing badness to you, them. 7 of your asses in here. Friend, yeah, drop back down 6 because now they're in their mind having stress and conflicts. They thought they were serving, trying to secure, even working, even in your community where you are. Take this all as it resonates. Now they're all the way in hermit, gaining this wisdom, gaining this understanding, introspection in regards to who you are. You know, you get clarity. Now they're having stress and arguments, vex. Because they thought they was valuing and now they're looking because their stability and their beauty and their extra energies ain't so extra no more. Now they can see, they be looking at you. You could be this Virgo, Taurus, they Scorpio. They was possessing for money. They was doing what they were serving and trying to get a job, and that was like for your house and your home. Take it all as it resonates, guys, because that's now they're having physical health, because then you start using your intuitions. They're stressed now because finances and resources then broke and stuck and all fuck up. Take it all as it resonates. It's not my battle to fight. So you can be saying it's not my battle to fight. You stay on that karmic cycle. You encompass the mysteries to your story. You've already fighted your battles. Taking flights. So now they could be running, taking flights. Free, traveling, moving, quick, fast action. Speak life. So you're out here speaking life, speak joy, speak prosperity. Don't let people stress you out when people are being eager in their ego, trying to control you, being stubborn, dominant even over you, your resources. You got fake family members, friends, chatting shit because they haven't got that wisdom. They didn't have that knowledge the way how you did, maybe the way how they do certain things. You're not going to do the things that they do because they're possessive. Their value is what they value, you value. You got that spiritual, physical, emotional, mental value. They was flipping, taking the place, blocking you from taking flights, traveling, even working. Road, scary, vision, blurry. Don't give up on me. Don't leave me on my knees. All of a sudden, the masculine's leaving this karmic. So she's vexed now. Don't give up on me. I need you. I'm on my knees. I need your money. I need your stability. I need. Remember, tell them you don't need. You wanted these people. You didn't need them. You wasn't able to support yourself. You had your own skills, your own abilities. You was steadfast. You was organized. You encompassed emotions. You seen. You've gone through energies. You was just inspirational. You knew how to move because you was stable. You looked at certain things and did things for a reason. And you looked at the dynamics. You looked at the social aspects. You had compassion. You was able to put that creative skills to use, grow, have love. You forgive those people who trespassed you. But they tried to lead you into temptation. They didn't take you there. You knew you got off. You said, see you later. Towards in the bucket. Fuck it. Me gone again. Went towards your new beginnings. Had that love for yourself. Left in that right side of the brain. Spiritually activated. Emotionally, mentally, physically. Let loose. Let it go. Don't hold on to shit that don't serve you. If it's not serving you, making you feel like you're unable to grow. See you later. Because you knew it would have caused you stress. So you had compassion. You had to start speaking that truth. Hold those boundaries in place. Keep on moving forward. Stand up in your power. Because you know when people had this pum power blocking you, when they was meeting your man in the finest hour, out socializing, partying. Remember what this says. He didn't walk me down the stairs. I didn't want a bit. And then these boys, oh yeah, and now I need to check. You want somebody who's pulled out the chair, but you thought, oh, 2 holes in the bucket, but you fucked it. And then you fucked up your whole life and your whole relationship, and now you got stress and conflict. Part of the journey, part of the cycle. It was consequences to the sin. There's actions, and every action has a reaction. Call me if I ever cross your mind. So if I ever cross your mind, anytime, I miss you. Now they're fucking missing you because they telling you, call me anytime. Yeah, I'll be there. 2 hours in the bucket. I'm down for those gambling. Your relationship, because that was your soulmate, because now they're looking back and reflecting about the actions that they took and that karmic cycle. And every action has a reaction, guys. And now they're just looking at those building blocks, because when you have to look back, because they're what they was valuing, running after Jezebel's spirits, they didn't look at those blocks, what they was building. They didn't listen to spirit in the middle, telling your brethren, think about that, you know. Don't bother. Look about what you're valuing. That's not no high priestess. Use your intuitions. She's that Jezebel spirit. Don't you see? She's a Queen of Wands in reverse. She want the Queen of Wands standing up straight. Now they're looking back towards you like, oh my God. You was that Queen of Wands all along. You was that top girl. Oh my gosh, you're my empress. Oh my days. Now they're seeing from the beginning, Genesis, oh my days, now they're getting steadfast, organized, because they could see you was using your intelligence. They didn't stop. They was running after golden calves, idealistic. You know me, I'm that 7 deadly sin, guys. And you're not got spiritual wisdom, like you're not got morals, and you're not versatile, you're not optimistic. You don't see things in a different way. And you're insecure, and you're detached, and you spread out your legs, and you fuck every guy you meet. So you have to think about that. And now they're looking back to that person that they was fucking, and it was a karmic cycle, and now they're having stress because now they're in the head, and they was looking because it was for money. All for money, for assets. And you're seeing these things that they was doing in secret. And it was all for inheritances, taxes. You're going to see that partner's finances. She was holding on to it, causing that partner stress. So it was indecisive, not unable to make that positive choice. You know, when you're thinking, oh my gosh, because they were speaking about you and that social awareness of you and what you're doing and how you're doing what you're doing. And then they tried to be like you, basically, but it didn't work. Because 9, they didn't have that higher clarity. 1,000, that's because it was ego, driven by jealousy, using pum power, speaking, lying in the finest hour, acting like a twat. Take that all as it resonates, guys. Always leave the rest for the best. If it triggers you and you was that Jezebel spirit too, then you need to fix up and look a little bit sharp. Close your legs. Have self-respect and a little bit of dignity out here in these streets for oneself. Because you are not using your intelligence. Oh no, you was using pum power with people's man. Now that you're fine, now your family, I was about to say. Now your family, your friend, 7. There's always a family member, a friend. When you see that on tarot cards, 7 is a family member, a friend. 7 is you gaining insight. 7 is you looking at that spiritual knowledge. 7 is them being determined. 7 is somebody maybe wanting to take their chariot to be able to come to you, or they was running to your masculine, fucking up your masculine to be able to possess your masculine, because 2 is about values, what you're trying to possess. What was you trying to possess? Because it was personal finances, resources. Your partner. Dominant over that money. Socializing. 3, they wanted to party, they wanted higher awareness. Now they're having stress, you know, because they thought they was wise when they was chatting shit. They didn't chat, they weren't talking properly when they was with these groups expanding. They weren't being real. They put great power and a great force in there. Passionate they was. Well fucking passionate. Why? Because it was a karmic. Why? Because they encompassed emotions. Why? Because it was aggressive. Why? Because it was impulsive. Why? Because it was all up in the motherfucking ego. It's like you're a narcissist, like you're a mad girl. They picked up a mad girl. You know, like death becomes a, you know, like thin line between love and blood clot 8. Because now they're stressed now because they can see you're that Queen of Pentacles. Call me. Serendipity. They was on that karmic cycle. Call me. Call me when you're in that nighttime divine masculine. Come and fuck me and I'll hold you tight and do some pum pum power magic on you. Block you, stop you so you're not able to go forward. Meanwhile, you just took your little mean little tip self, hopped it off to these new beginnings. You was optimistic. You had to look because certain people was in their carnal mind, low dense energy running through their foot bottom. You just hopped, skipped and jumped. Got that higher clarity. 9, used your wisdom, went towards your achievements, jumped towards Jupiter, started growing because you was optimistic. You was versatile. You had manners and respect and dignity, self-respect, morals, higher philosophical knowledge. 10 was discerning to spirits, to people when they're trying to block you. That was you having that inner knowledge and being that grateful. Yeah, man, taking that leap because you've encompassed emotions when people try to block you and stop you. So you're going to see your, check me, I was going to say your baby father. Your baby father, your baby mother. They could have ended up having a child with her anyway. She was full of shit, karmic cycles, stress. They might want to go court. They can see that was about a property. They want to take them to court now because you can see they want to seek some information. Your partner. Because they was in that childlike spirit arguing because of values and what they're trying to possess and who's trying to possess this, about that stability of the house. And now they can see, no one wasn't balanced. They wasn't using their intuitions. They didn't have that higher clarity of mind. People was working game on them. Your partner, now they're looking all in my emotions. They're in the feelings, all up in the feelings. Going for my riches. So that bitch was going for the riches. They thought 9, they thought they was going up to the world. They thought, oh my gosh, guys. Do you know this guy that I met the other day? Meanwhile, they can't really tell everybody, you know, who the person is because they're hiding. They say it publicly, you know, 8, 9, hiding. It might get published now, though. So you might come into public, the public eyes. You might hear about this because they were seeking. And now you can see they're going to seek some information because now they're seeking knowledge about this karmic energy and the karmic cycle, and they kept on going. You know, when it says like generational curses, you broke that. They tried to put that you on that same cycle that you was on the hamster wheel. 12 for your asses because it was karmic. 13 because now they're having a death and a transformation. So it's a change now. So that's there. They have an eye of clarity. Get out of that ego. Sniff that shit. And yep, it smelled rank. It was a karmic energy. Cleanse yourself. It's position cut out for matey. They ain't good enough. So they was just like cut out for matey. They weren't good enough to be a wife. They was only in that mated position. There was like a fuck a bitch. You know, you get fucked and fucked off. Now they're realizing you was a slag. Some people are slags, right, guys? And it's only because the way you grow up and you didn't value yourself. And if you valued yourself, half the time you're only fucking for money or just because to be seen out there in these streets. Or you're looking for a bit of security because you're insecure. Right? And when you're not secure and you pick up these people and you wonder why you're going around this circle and you're feeling these emotions, that's because you're escaping from you not looking at yourself, and that's your stability, or you're trying to possess stuff and you're not got confidence and you've got no self-esteem and you're not using your own intuitions and you don't know how to be creative. So you got to talk about other people, about what they're doing with their life and their partner, and you're not able to grow because you're indecisive, and then you're stubborn, or you're causing people stress because you're in your ego. Your head's up your arse and you're not got that inspiration. You're just too impulsive to be able to block people, chat shit. You childlike spirit. Grow up, man. Overwhelmed, thankful, grateful, cry. So now you could be out there overwhelmed, they're thankful, you're grateful, cry. Because you wasn't able to grow. The Most High God guided you, He protected you from getting stuck. That was like, those that trespass against us didn't lead you into temptation. You had that power and the glory. Those that tried to lead you through that shadow of death. That was that 8 transformation. You changed. Certain people was insecure. Money, fucking. People's man. Holding on, dominance over resources. Blocking you, stopping you even from your work. From you earning. From you creating. All because of their habits. All about your love and beauty when they're using theirs in not a good way. Just know that you're lost in your soul and your spirit. You don't have to do all. One, you're eliminated. You're there with a big check. So, they don't have to do nothing all. You're eliminated. They just wanted that big check. Boom. Steadfast, you're organised. You don't need to do nothing. You're moving. Certain people was detached from their emotions. That's because now they're honouring you. You're moving towards them ambitions. Somebody may want to be able to come towards you. So this, as it resonates, that Queen of Rich could have been a bitch and earned some money. Judges based on your word, not laws or ideas of man. So they judged you on your words, on your spiritual insight, on your knowledge. 9 Sagittarius, on your wisdom. So like, I could call you lot, it was online now, how many is it? 6. You lot are not steadfast, you're not organised, you're not using your intuitions. All of them telling you that you're mad, you're crazy, because you're Mercury, because you're thinking, and then you have to analyse, and then you're using your discernment. Or are you using that discernment? Did you have that higher knowledge? So people didn't get the words that you be using. Just same like when you're listening to tarot guys, and some tarot card readers will be saying exchanging gifts. Somebody from your past is going to come and exchange a gift with you. No, someone from your past was too busy possessing blood clot money. Yeah, they might want to come and give you a gift, but their mindset towards money, they didn't have that spiritual knowledge. They wasn't balancing their values. You could have been balancing the spiritual as well as the physical, gaining higher clarity, higher wisdom to be able to grow. That's when you're moving. You got introspection about yourself, you got inner standing, inner wisdom, how to be able to grow and do to move towards those fruitions in a positive way. You're being optimistic, you're using those intelligence, those inner skills, balancing it, making sure you're doing it with your heart, with love, and it's with joy. Certain people was on that 15 devil energy, all because it was in the ego and it was trying to cause you fear, and they was fearing, and because they was fearing about money, like losing, because they may grow up and been poor and didn't have it, so they was holding on to it. I know she wasn't something. Sometimes I don't know what I brought. But I know she wasn't something. I can't even say what I put. But I know she wasn't saying shit. They could have been saying, I know you wasn't real. I know you wasn't coming. I know you wasn't growing. I know you didn't have that wisdom. No, they didn't have that spiritual wisdom. They didn't learn the skills that you learned. They didn't have that knowledge that you had. Today, so today, they're seeing those illusions for the confusions. They're in that moon energy. Today, this masculine's transforming, feminine's looking now at the actions that they took. Today, they could be arguing and cussing because they're realising that certain people block them and stop them. They was running after idealistic, jealous calves. They're having that recollection. They're recognising now. You're just a simple little guy, the way you talk and dress. So they was just a simple little guy, the way they spoke and dressed, because they could have gone to church, institutionalising their mindset towards money, thinking that you're running and valuing and gaining these things, but you're not gaining shit, because they didn't have no balance of their mind and all because of the ego. Now they're looking because of how they put themselves out in public. Take it all as it resonates. They're unstable of the mind. Vex because you're going towards your victory. And you know about these people, that they was in these illusions and the confusions, and they can see now that you growing that higher wisdom, they're getting higher clarity in regards to who you are. And you can see certain people was blocking you, all because of their habits, all because they didn't want to transform, all because of their attitude, all because they was holding on to some inheritances and tax, and they got these secrets about this money that they was holding on to. And they was exchanging gifts with your partner. Oh. So they was travelling around the world as well then. And it was for them to move, to get money. You could hear that they need to even borrow money for them to be able to move. For this property. Clinging on. Because now they're gaining introspection about how people was socially aware. About your growing as well. And how they were stuck in that low dense energy, slowing and not knowing. 2. World changes. You ended that cycle. All of a sudden they're looking back towards you now. They see that confusion because they're connecting to the intuitions, looking at their attitude and their approach towards life, seeing you're that high priestess. Just listen to somebody else. Now they're gaining clarity The writing's on the wall and they're looking, mirror, mirror, who's the prettiest of them all? They don't see you as that loyal, royal one. Certain people was blocking and stopping you. Look, Bex at you, cussing. Yeah, now you can see it was reflecting back. Look, you are. You're not, you fucking bitch. Yeah, you are. You're going, you're encompassing. You've seen 7 o'clock, they had too many options. Now they're going to see that you got, I got options. And they thought they was going to be the option. They thought they was going to get that love. They thought they was going to get that joy. They thought they was going to encompass and got all these options. You've got these skills. You've got the abilities. You've got esoteric, numerology, astrology, sociology, psychology. You encompass these thoughts and these feelings. You're unable to be able to connect. So when you're using your intuitions, guys, and you've got a chance to be able to take that step to move to that new beginning, because when you start gaining and certain people really wanting you and you are that prize, and people are blocking you because you move with love and you move with joy. You've got compassion. You're unable to transform. You're unable to change. And that's because people have got a social awareness of you. Take this all as it resonates. They try to put you on this shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4. They tried to block you so you didn't have compassion in your heart. Like you weren't able to have clarity, understanding to be able to overstand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About you had your lampsteads lit up. That's when you had the cherubims. They came down. You seen those snakes. People doing spell work towards you to try and frighten you. Like, dupping, no, oh, if you're frightened. Look at them. Look at the girl there. All those people in the cups. They even brought dragons down. They even seen, you said, I move with love. Let me rock these crystals. I see what you're doing in that ass. You lot coming like beasts. You can see they was all doing spell work on you. Oh my gosh, now they're feeling left out in the cold. They've got bills past you. They wanted you to be left out in the cold so you wasn't able to move forward. Like you didn't have clarity. Like you weren't able to be able to glow up and show up. And meanwhile, you're glowing up and showing up on them. Because they was having these illusions now. Are your parents still together? May move, devoted, my dad. Oh, my mum divorced my dad when they was 7. So they can say they was on a karmic cycle. That could be finding out about kids. 1, 9, divorce. Their mum divorced their dad, mum, when there was a child. Their mum divorced their dad when they was young, so they was flighting detached from their emotions, guys. 11 of your asses in here. So they got a social awareness of you as well. So you'll have a social awareness that they wasn't able to use their intuitions. That's why they was in the ego. That's why those narcissists, because they didn't have love. They didn't have empathy. They lacked compassion, stability. First chakra, the root chakra, it's that routine check. They need to check their self. They didn't have self-respect, dignity. They wasn't able to use their intuitions. They didn't love themselves. So that's why you end up searching for love in the wrong places, because you don't love yourself and you're not caring, you're not nurturing, you haven't got higher clarity. 1,500, that's why you're stuck on that karmic cycle, that devil energy, because you're not growing, you're not gaining spiritual wisdom. 9. And you're just blocking yourself and stopping yourself because you're thinking like, shall I go? But then you're arguing and conflicting with yourself in your mind, and it causes stress. That causes health issues, neurological. That's when you got your nervous system. So they could have problems with their nerve now, and they may need to health, doctors, stress. They could have to go doctors. Who's this woman? She's gorgeous. So they could be saying, oh my gosh, you're going to your new beginnings. They could be looking back towards you, this masculine. Their friend could be looking at you and saying, oh my gosh, who's she? She's gorgeous. You could be somewhere across the world. They could be looking back at pictures, family photos in that home. They could be photos. Take it all as it resonates. People was divinating on you, a divinating abuser. I take thee to be my wife. And they were asked one, right? So that means someone's coming back. They're gaining high clarity of you. They see you, that Witch of Pentacles. And I just keep looking at that ring as well. They want you to be my wife. Well, someone wants you to be their wife. They're getting higher clarity of you. They've got social awareness of you. They've been watching you online, and they've been wanting to come and give you a message, because the Most High's giving them a spiritual box now. They're suddenly having an awakening. All of a sudden they're evolving, because they was rebelling and smelling shit. Now they're smelling their shit and having that high awakening in regards to you are. You're just a simple little guy. The way you dress. Oh no, we've already read that. I just picked up the wrong one. So that's it. I have not been so great or faithful. Lost trust. Okay, so they wasn't been so great or faithful. They lost trust as well within you. It's a critical moment. What's going on? Correcting mind, spiritual adultery. Okay. So all of a sudden, these divine feminines and masculines, they're gaining that higher clarity because they're 12 have just slipped back down. Now they're getting boxed in the head because they're having an awakening. They're mending their self now because they see you're having this glow up there in hermit, connecting to their emotions. They're seeing these writings on the wall. They can see that was a sacredness from the Most High. They're looking back now. They may be going in the Bible and looking back in Genesis because it was written with an Epsil pen. An Epsil pen was an iron pen. So the way how we've got all these words in this knowledge, ain't it funny, guys? If their words was written in an Epsil pen, and all of a sudden you lot are reading out of a blood clot Bible. So they were spiritually lost and spiritually blind. They was institutionalized. That's like when you go to school and you go to church and Jesus said. They were still committing adultery and they're still lying and they were still sinning. Yeah? Because the pastor sins, every bitch in that church sins. They go out and party the night before. They're robbing people for money. 10% of your blood clot earnings, you know. I wear that bomber clot, I go. Ask them. Because they have these illusions. Because they know you wasn't that bad after all. All along you weren't that bad. Oh no, because you're there seeing that perfection. You was that perfectionist. Oh darling, you had spiritual knowledge, physical knowledge. You was creative. You had compassion. You had discernment. You had willpower. You put boundaries in place. When you seen those illusions to the confusions and these people was blocking you and stopping you, paying to do spell work on you. Paid, a feminine, to take action, to do a magician, to do spell work, to block you for your creative skills, for the service that you're providing. Oh, no wonder my fucking views have been low. No wonder people aren't seeing my videos. No wonder. Yes, these family members and friends lied because they was unbalanced to their mind. Now they're stressed and having conflict. They're having arguments now because they can see you're a high priestess. They thought they were spiritual. You know when you think, they thought, you know what thought gets you. Because now they're looking for forgiveness now because they're connecting to their heart. This masculine's gaining higher awareness. They're seeing your glow up. They're reflecting back that they was full of shit. And now they're feeling lost in their soul. They could be feeling spiritually broke, mentally broke, emotionally broke because they didn't know how to have these boundaries. When they was too busy out hooking up and effing up and partying and socialising, didn't have compassion for you. They didn't want balance. They didn't have that inner standing to be able to overstand. And they was old. They even got bills past you. They broke. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally broke because they're gaining higher clarity. They didn't have manners and respect and dignity. They was aggressive and all up in the ego. You had to protect yourself from these people because they was blocking your grow up. They was spiritually blind. Your relationship was putting great willpower in as well. They thought they was gaining money off your partner, your masculine, a child. They was even trying to create a child to be able to block you and hold on for a child. Take it all as it resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. Because after these time, men have flipping kids with girl and they don't even want them. And you know who's in a vital relationship and in a relationship lasts for a time. You know who's watching, you know who's blocking you, you know who's stopping you. Why? Because you're glowing up. That's it. I have not been so grubby. I've read that. So you didn't have trust. Your marriage as unfaithful love. A living example. Who committed sin and spiritual adulterers. That was a good example of committing sin, consequences to sin, actions to reactions, illusions to the confusions. You was growing, certain people were slowing, and that's the discouragement of when you got to go for a relationship and you have to realise and identify that, yeah, I thought I was moving forward, but I picked up shit and I thought that was what I wanted. I was hiding these because of my habits and my mindset, or because I was in my ego. I was driven, I was flighted, detached from emotions, didn't connect mentally, emotionally. I don't know, I didn't use my creative skills in a positive way. I was just unrealistic because of my mindset, driven, what I was valuing, my stability. I wasn't being practical, and my mindset was too on lust and money and greed. I thought I was running to these new beginnings, but I was in that childlike spirit. And now I'm looking back, and now I see the way I acted, and now I'm evolving. I want to meet that special someone, smart, beautiful, fiery, like. So now they want to meet that special somebody, smart, fiery, like. That's why they want to marry you, because they can say you're smart and special. And they're seeing now it's that moment. Remember, I want to take you to be my wife. All of a sudden, because they're reflecting back to your glow up. Because the marriage But they had, it was fake, it wasn't real, it was a karmic cycle that they had to encompass and go. And the Most High told them they had to learn because they thought they was gaining this jackpot. Now they're looking back towards you. They may see you're that jackpot and that ring forward that was only because they was wanting money. Told you it was all for money and possessions. They thought they was going to be able to gain because it was clout, blood clot, hunger. That's what happens. Told you. Holding on, egotistical, idolizing Jezebel spirit. Viral or nothing. They must have been on social media like you. They could have been like, I want to be like you. They was one of them, yeah. One of them chronic, yeah. Look, marrying for money, but they don't want to marry you for money, and you weren't marrying for money because that come out in reverse, so they don't want to marry you for money, and they know you wouldn't be marrying for money. Take this all as it resonates, because they was having these romantic love affairs. Do they know uncle and auntie? You know, do you stand up? So they're saying, oh, do you know uncle and auntie? So that uncle and auntie, 2 is an auntie, 4, uncle, 5. Do they stand up to them? Speak up to them? 5, because that's where you're having conflict and stress and instability. Are you being brave to go and talk to your auntie and that uncle? Because you know how they are. They're church people. I assume after I write this check, we got a deal. Blood clot. They're getting paid. They've got to pay out this karmic. That karmic wants money. That karmic has taken that masculine to court about a child, about a property, blood clot, auntie, rotted. I really appreciate everything you do for me. So that clout hungry, viral or nothing, could really appreciate the things that you do, that the masculine did for them, because now they got that check, them nice. Wake up to a brother drunk at the door, or divine masculine. So they could be waking up to the brother drunk at the door or divine masculine because they was out partying in that underworld, socialising with different people, clout hungry. Take it all as it resonates. No, I like order. So no, you like order. You ain't marrying for money. You ain't doing stuff and lying, pretending to be something that you ain't. Why? Because you're being stubborn and you're vain and you're trying to control the situation. Why? Because you're imbalanced and you're indecisive. They was indecisive about their situation and their choices that they made. So many times. And so many things I want to ask. Some things I want to say. So many things I want to ask. Some things I want to say to you. Like, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Let's see what the tea is and the gossip is on the street. And then we're done. It's jackpot. Because they assumed after they write that check, we got a deal. Breadcrumbing. Hustle mode. So there was breadcrumbing in. Giving minimal attention, keeping options open. So there was fucking and booking, and that was looking, never committing fully. So there was a side chick. They was just trying to obtain this property, so they was using that. A hustle mood. But they got used. They got hustled. When the hustler gets hustled, now they're watching you, awareness of you. They're seeing steadfast, organised, looking at that karmic cycle now, connecting to their emotions, looking at their intuitions, seeing how you was dependable, you was wise. Now they can see how they was judging you. This masculine, they're gaining structure. They're feeling stressed because they get higher clarity. They could be looking up information now, writing down stuff. People are watching you. That karmic could be watching you. Because they thought you was married for money. Now they're looking at see you as a past life. Is that hard time, lover? Because they're seeing that mirror reflection. Oh my God, what the fuck have I done? Yeah, look back what you done. Yep, status upgrade out here in these streets. Retirement goals. They may see you getting your status upgrade, going towards your retirement goals. Take this all as it resonates. Don't hate. Leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. And if there's something you're stressing about, the trigger lies within inside of you, boo. Then you need to do some healing and revealing about these lies and these secrets and your attitude and your approach towards life. And you need to get balance. Don't be a fool just because you think you're being cool. But you have to follow those rules. Otherwise, you have to go back and do it all over again. Because those illusions cause confusions. And you didn't provide that right information. And when you was communicating, who was you communicating with? Because when you're out there clout hungry, and you get thinking you're gaining that jackpot, but then you're picking your pick till you pick shit, and you ain't got no peace, and you got stress, because then you got to look back and gain higher wisdom and think, oh my gosh, why was I being realistic? Look at your morals. What was you putting out to what you're getting out there? Because of those options, you know, when you think you got options, read the lines, read the small print on the front of the screen. Think about it, gain higher clarity, gain higher wisdom. Get balance of mind, critically analyze those options. Because when you're taking those choices and you don't know who's going to block you and stop you and what secrets are lying behind in front of you, make sure you seek knowledge and wisdom first. Because when you're running and burning for that money, the abundance lies within inside of you. But when the mindset's just stuck on it, how are you going to move with it? Alright? Because it's about that foundation. It's from the bottom to the top. And sometimes them building blocks do crumble down. And how are you going to fucking rebuild that shit? So, when it goes down, you have to rebuild yourself up. People wanted you to stay down. Lay down, stay down. Now they're laying down, staying down. So you just got back up again. You had that willpower. They're having stress. This is a Leo. They're fucked up in their mind right now because of this Taurus, their mindset, what they was valuing money. Hooking up and fucking up. Now they're hooking up and fucking up their mind because that's clarity, discernment, higher clarity. They are seeing your beauty. They see your true colours shining right on through. Definitely see your true colours shining through. You was a part of that karmic cycle. You was there for them to be able to address and look at their self, their attitude, what was they valuing. Go back to their roots. Because you are a mother, a father figure, and when you're nurturing and you're caring, that's that inner world around you. To be fluidity with emotions, thoughts and feelings. Everybody's got them. We've got to encompass them. How are you going to encompass them? Are you going to let go of that ego, or are you going to be courageous and release those emotions? They didn't want you to release those emotions. They wanted you to be stuck, not moving, blocked, lost in your soul, spiritually lost, spiritually blind. But they didn't realise it was a psychic connection. So whether you was there or you wasn't there, you already knew there was on a karmic cycle. You got a social awareness, you was connected to your heart. That was stability. And that was you knowing about these partners and the choices that they made, your family members as well as your friends. Why? Because your spiritual guides told you. You knew love, language, giving gifts. They maybe wanted to give you a gift. They could see you're loyal, you're grounded, you're stable, you got this higher clarity. They could have been giving gifts to other people. Take it all as it resonates. Tokens of reciprocity, old cherished memories. Oh gosh, let's just take them. Because they could say they had friendly support. That magnetism with love, this is in reverse, so it's C. They've got real feelings and reaching out, so they might not want to write real. They might not want to reach out. They may not have reached out yet, but they've got real feelings. They want to reach out towards you. The time apart from you. Love language is their quality time. Oh wow, they're telling you a twin flame reunion, guys. So be ready to come and listen to their bullshit, what they're going to come and tell you, and come and tell you lies, because they're not going to tell you the truth, the old truth, and nothing but the truth, because nobody does when you go and stand on that fucking courtroom stand. Why? Because that's a dock. Come and you dock them shits up. They're not telling you that truth, okay? You already know. Be discerning to the spirit, listen to your heart chakra. Keep on moving forward. Be patient, because the universe will reveal and it will be healing. It is a part of the plan, guys, for you to encompass emotions, thoughts and feelings. 12. That's when you know you've gone through Aries, Pisces and everything. So even, in fact, Aries, that's when they might come next month, the month after. They might pull up the big boy pants, big girl pants, might come and speak these lies towards you. One of them fake family members and friends, they might be coming to cry and offer this friendly support. So when they come, be discerning to their rattled spirit. But remember, you make people happy, so happy. Only you can make them happy, okay? Right, that's it. Right, I'm done. Thanks for the fun, and I hope it helped you to grow, to know, to thrive. Don't cause people stress, because you are that stress, and we're stressing the stress out here in these streets. Because no one's not going doctors and being on no antidepressants right about now, you know. We're not amitriptyline out here. They're not making us trip. Oh, we're amitriptyline them. Yeah? Bomber Clark fires with a bit of fire knowledge. Why? Because we move with love. We are that lover. We're not fighters out here. Those people who are holding that big bad Billy Groats energy, you lot need to do some healing. I make myself laugh sometimes, you know, because I know you think I'm rank, but you know why? Because you feel it, and it's touching your spirit and your soul, and you know, when it ricochets you, and your body's just rushing, and you're thinking, fuck it, bitch. Oh yes. And if I didn't tell you, who else was gonna? You have to have that death. Everybody does. It's a spiritual one, emotional one, a mental one. Call on the Most High God. He'll tell you was a bitch. You was a bitch. Now you're getting that bitch slapped back. Because what goes around comes around. It's called a karmic cycle. And when people have got a social awareness of you and the things that you're doing in secret, oh, well, the Most High God sees all. He did tell you, didn't he? He's got that omnipresence. Look what omnipresence means, guys. Look what it means when you're interconnected, guys. Right? And God displays